All right. I'm live. Thank goodness. Okay, I'm live. So I'm out here in the garden today. I got to plant a lot of stuff. I'm still planting because I'm doing like what you call it, layers, I guess. I'm layering it. Where are my gloves? Okay, I see my gloves. I need my shovel. I don't know why I brought these both out. I don't need both of these. Okay, get my shovel, my hand shovel. Oh, I didn't took that somewhere. Where did I take it? Well, I'm not going looking for it. I use my daughter's shovel. She got little color coded shovels. All right, so I am live. I am on, what is this? I am on, I think I'm live. Yeah, I'm live. Okay, cool. I'm on StreamYard. So I want to make sure that the color don't, go out. That's what I'm doing. I'm trying to make sure the color don't go out because I've noticed, oh, all these little crawling things. I have noticed that, there goes the, okay, that's good. I got a lot of stuff I got to plant. I've noticed that the light keep going out on me, you know, the camera light, it just goes out for no reason. So, anyhow, I am talking today, just reflecting. I'm in the garden, I'm planting while I got to be busy. I got to be busy and productive. So, I'm only going to stream when I can be productive at the same time. These snapdragons are pretty. I should plant some of these. I think I will. I'll put them straight to the dirt though. All right. So the tomatoes is popping. I don't think I need to do any tomatoes. I think I'm gonna do some thyme and what is the other one? Is it basil? I'm gonna do those in smaller containers because I put them in the garden and I don't know if the birds been eating the seeds. I don't know what the hell is going on, but they have eaten my shit and it ain't coming up out of the ground. So I gotta try something new. Yeah. So basil and I think I'm gonna do dill. I have a. These things are cute. These multi-layered, what do you call them? These multi-layered herbal baskets. They cute, but I don't think they're so functional. So I'm not gonna worry about that. On my seeds. It shouldn't be too loud, I don't think. Anyway, so I want to talk about my trip. I took a trip to Mississippi. I took a trip to Mississippi this past weekend. Let me see. How do I see if there's is there a place for me to see if there's comments? I guess the comments will just come up if there's comments. I try not to. Let me just put hey. I think that'll be fine. Hey, let me make sure it works. Okay, good. I'm on the right spot. I'm in the right spot. Anyway, so I took me a trip to Mississippi. And y'all, I have this funny kind of behavior when it comes to some southern places. Some southern places I have prejudice. And I think that I hope the sound is good. Some places that are southern, I think I have prejudice against the. Huh. God damn it. Excuse me. I have allergies, and I refuse to bow down to these allergies. So as soon as I come outside, I get attacked. It's okay. It's all right. It's okay. It's all right. Anyway, so I got thoughts. So the first thing I'm gonna talk about is my trip to Mississippi road trip. Talk about that, what I discovered, why I went, and what else I'm gonna do with that. Um, and this ain't gonna be no long 2 hour stream. I'm gonna be here long enough to plant these plants, and then I gotta go get my kid. And then I'm gonna talk about this shit stinks. Fuck. I got garlic, and it rained while I was gone, and the garlic it's like in water, and it's stinking. Just yuck! It's so stinky. Water and garlic do not mix. Anyway, so and plus I don't like strangers coming. When you do the regular stream, all these strangers come. Hi, I don't know you. Go away. Go away. I don't like that. Weirdos. Maybe I'm just mean. I just don't like strangers too much. I feel like they're gonna be trouble, problems. They're not interested or dedicated in a particular thing. So I'm gonna fill these up first, and then I'm gonna dump the other ones to prepare. Um, so anyhow, I took this trip to Mississippi, and I'm gonna talk about that. God damn it! What happened to my paper? Man, hold on. I wrote this shit out. You know I got ADHD, so I gotta focus. Hold on. And see, that's the thing when you got any kind of this or what a issue. It ain't so much the issue as managing it. You know what I mean? It's how you manage it. And I know that I got ADHD, so I know I have to do a better job at keeping my mind focused. That's all. I got to put some effort into it. Otherwise, my mind will be all over the place. So I have to just do the stuff I got to do. I make a list every day, and I operate from that list. I check it off. That way I can be a productive person. Most people with ADHD, they spend a lot of their time worrying about getting stuff done, and they never do anything. They just be sitting around like, I'm trying to be productive. Well, be productive. Do it. Be it. Embody it. And there's tools. You just got to write down what you got to do early on. And if you got ADHD real bad, put a time thing on it. Say, I got 5 minutes to do X, Y, and Z. And don't let shit deter you because you got a whole nother thing you got a time. I used to do that. I said, you got 10 minutes to do this. So at 10:15, you come back here, look at this list. And at 10:20, you got another task. And you can't get off schedule, so don't let nothing distract you to get it done. I had to do that. ADHD ain't no joke. It ain't no joke. It's not a bad thing. It's just you got to manage it. You got to manage it. If you don't manage it, you're going to be a victim. You feel me? You'll be a straight victim. So anyway, I ain't come here to talk about ADHD. I came to talk about Mississippi. So I took this road trip. And had it not been for the movie Sinners, I probably wouldn't have did it. That's the truth. If it hadn't been for Sinners, I would not have gone on that trip. I was inspired by the movie. I saw this special on Robert Johnson, this Mississippi. Um, he's a real person. Mississippi guy who was kind of mediocre at the guitar, and he essentially, supposedly, sold his soul to the devil. But the the reality is that they say he met the man in black at the crossroads. And people interpreted that and they wanted to put it in a binary situation where it's like, you know, Christ versus the devil, temptation and fame and all that. That's up to you to decide. I don't tell people what to think. But I became interested because I had already heard about the the legend of him from a Netflix special. And I was overwhelmed by it. I was like, wow, what a fucking story. The place is called Clarksdale, Mississippi. That's where Robert Johnson is from. And I have been known in my life to be interested in someone and chase their ass down even in death. Okay, I've done that to Edgar Allan Poe, Frederick Douglass, Um, who else? Frida Kahlo. I become very interested in the person, and then I feel the need to go where they have been, and that's what I do. I go chase them down in history. So after I saw the movie Sinners, and I realized that I don't think most people know that part of the character was based on Robert Johnson. But I just found the whole movie. I'm still processing the movie. I'm gonna go back and see it again, just to contribute to the ticket sales. Um, but yeah, I was like, let me go to this where this man came from, Robert Johnson. A lot of people don't know that's what that main character is inspired by Robert Johnson. This is Raggedy, but he is the main character is very much in line with the legend of Robert Johnson. So it's so crazy. I was like, you know what? I want to discover blues music. That's why I said I got a funny kind of behavior towards some parts of the South. I'm not gonna lie. Us people in Georgia, we think somehow that we better than people from Mississippi, right? We better than people from Alabama. They real backwoods country, blah blah blah. I ain't gonna lie. I had wrote off Mississippi. I had. I had been one time and I went somewhere and I was just like, these people, they dress like they in 1960. They got Jerry curls. They still wearing gold herringbone. These people are backwards. I went into some of their black businesses and I was young, but I was just so disgusted. Like, why is everything around here raggedy? Why y'all live in raggedy houses? I had a very negative opinion of Mississippi. Okay. I really did look down on Mississippi. And I said to myself, I said, you know what? Everything that's been good and prosperous in the black community, it came from the South. It came from the deep South. If you know your history, before they got to Harlem, they came from Georgia. Before they got to Chicago, they came from Mississippi. It's good people in the South, period. It's good people in the South, okay? And all that fight for civil rights, it was good Southern people that fought that. Good black Southern people that fought them fights. It was good black folks. So I said to myself, I said, man, you need to rethink your prejudices towards Alabama and Mississippi. You need to rethink. Oh, wow, something grew. I don't know what that was. It was a bean of some sort. Well, it's over now. I don't know what that was. Sometimes you have seeds, they sit around for a long time and they never do nothing. And then one fine day they decide to pop up. It happens. Anyhow, so I got my ass in the car. I told my husband, he does it to me all the time. Hey, I'm going to Cuba. Hey, May, I'm going to Argentina. Hey, May. And I'd be like, okay, have fun. And so I said, you know what? I am feeling inspired to go to Mississippi. I want to see Robert Johnson. I want to learn about him. And I want to see what else the blues is about. So I listened to the blues all the way down there, y'all. And I got a little bit of blues because of my dad when I was growing up. But I don't have a whole lot of blues. A whole lot. I realized I had more than I thought. Johnny Taylor. And I love that one song. Was it? I kept singing that one over and over again. These are my last $2. I like that one. I was listening to that one. And I mean, so many of them. All these songs. And they're so quick and easy. Like they're so, and it's like call and response. And you can almost, predict what the person's gonna say who's singing the song. And so I'm listening to the blues as I'm traveling. I told my husband, I said, I'm going. I packed my little bag. We made a plan. I leave on Saturday at 3 o'clock. And I'll be back on Sunday night. Just a quick trip. See, it don't take me nothing because I'm a good traveler. I know how to get my fucking ass around and how to do everything. Okay? I'm really good at covering territory and getting it done. Who is that? Hey, Silent, what's going on? Muddy Waters, yeah. I discovered Muddy Waters. That hotel, the Riverside Hotel, I was standing in front of, he used to stay at that hotel. So you see how amazing history comes alive when you get out there. You never know what you're going to see. You're going to discover a lot of stuff. So I learned so much just by going. And I said, I want to know more about the blues. And who else was it out there? The Ike Turner was from there. I didn't know. Ike Turner was from there. So many different names. Bessie Smith died in that hotel. She died in the Riverside Hotel, right? She was on her way to Clarksdale. So I went to Clarksdale, it's a very small, sleepy town. I literally mean that on Sunday, nobody's not doing nothing. It was like a ghost town. The whole town was my town yesterday. I was standing in the middle of the street doing photos, videos. I was having a good time. I haven't even put out half of the content that I have. I haven't even put out half of it. So I gotta work on trying to consolidate all the photography I did. But I went down there with a positive attitude, and I said, you know what? Let me discover Mississippi. Let me be fair to Mississippi. Don't be judging people. That's an old attitude. Time for new attitudes. Time for new ways of thinking. And so that's what I did. I went to Mississippi with an open damn mind, and I said, I'm gonna see what Mississippi can teach me as a Georgia girl, right? And that's exactly what I did. And I enjoyed it. I appreciated the decay. I appreciated the abandoned buildings. You know what I'm saying? I figured out how to appreciate that. Um, it's art in it. There's beauty in it. Everything don't have to be brand new and modern and this and that. There's history and stuff. There's function and stuff. And that's what I can say about what I think about people from Mississippi. They don't care about flashy stuff. They care about people coming together um, for a purpose. Like I didn't even see like people didn't care about fashion. Some of the outfits I saw people wearing, I was just like, wow, okay, well, alrighty then. You know, when they come into the club and stuff, they're not decked out like they do in Atlanta. Atlanta, you gotta get your hair, your nails, your eyebrows done. You gotta do this, you gotta do that. They don't give a shit about that. People come however they come, and they sit down in a chair. You hear me? All the chairs in the juke joint, don't none of them match. Y'all hear me? Don't none of the chairs in the juke joint match. All the tables got cracks and holes and worn and torn. Everything is fucking raggedy, okay? And they like it like that. They like it like that. I got one picture. They didn't took the car seats out of a van and they sat it in front of the juke joint. And people sit on that shit. It's raggedy, rusty, crusty, all that. Cracked leather. They don't give a damn. They're gonna sit right there and they're gonna drink and talk and have a good time. Kind of reminds me a little bit about people from New Orleans. I don't know if y'all been around people from New Orleans, but they live in them shanty houses, them long houses, them skinny windows, and they just get out there and dance. They don't care. They want to dance. They want to hear jazz music. They don't give a fuck. All that other stuff is superficial. They get down to what matters. You know what I'm saying? The stuff that matters. And I think, I had to reflect on myself, and I was like, where did that prejudice come from towards Mississippi? What is it based on? Mississippi and its people, and Alabama and its people. Where does that come from? This sense of I'm Southern, but I'm better. You see, Caribbean people do that too. Jamaicans don't like Trinis, and the people who are from Tobago don't like the so and so. They, uh, the Virgin Islands got an attitude with the Puerto Ricans. It's always something with people. And it's not based on shit. It ain't based on that real. So travel is good because travel opens your mind. That's the first thing I wanted to say. Travel gives you a new perspective. It gives you a chance to change your mind, expand your opportunities. I expanded my opportunities by going to Mississippi. And I learned about the blues. I got a chance to get some creek water air. I don't know if that makes sense. Creek water breeze. I don't know if y'all ever had creek water breeze. It's not. It's different from a river because a river has this splashes, like you know, I don't know what to call it. It's like there's water in the air, like little splashes, mini splashes. That's the river, not river. Creek water breezes. They have a cool, crisp. It's like the water flows across the creek, and it goes wherever it goes. It feels different. It's not like ocean breeze. A creek water breeze is different, especially when it's a rivulet. You know what I mean? And it's going down an area. When it come up, whoo, the creek water has a breeze to it, and it's so refreshing. It's so nice, and I got a chance to feel that again. And my cousins and I, we used to go to Shaky Rock Creek, and we used to actually get in, and we used to go like it was a trail, and we take our shoes off, and we just go all the way through. No parents, no parents, no observations and shit like that. But we used to just be kids and explore. I got all these free. These are The nursery I go to, they give away plants that have died, and so I take it for the plastic. So I'm gonna pull these out. I'm gonna pull them out. I'm gonna take this out and reuse the what the hell? These fucking bees, man. God bless them. So I'm gonna take that out. Take all the dirt. I'm taking the dirt. So it's free dirt and free containers. That's what I'm saying. So I take advantage of that. Um, then you need to throw it away. I'll use it. I will recycle it. I sure will. This good dirt. This is good dirt. I will recycle it. So anyway, that's Mississippi. Let me move a little closer because I don't want my camera in the heat. I want my camera in the heat. So in Mississippi, Clarksville, Mississippi, I got a chance to go to Morgan Freeman owns this blues club, okay? The blues club is called Ground Zero. And y'all, all this is spontaneous. Don't think I didn't spend months plotting all this. I didn't. I think I came up with this idea like on Friday or Thursday night. And I was like, I'm going. Fuck it. I'm too curious. I'm going. I'm leaving. I'm going. I'm getting in my car and I'm gone. You know. And life is good like that. You know, get out, do some shit. Everything don't have to be planned and perfect and you know, oh, I gotta spend this much on a hotel. Man, fuck all that. I went on the internet and I found a hotel room for $60. I read the reviews. It said they had roaches, but I don't know because everybody didn't say that. And I said, that's it. I'm booking that one. I'm booking that hotel and I'm gone. And that's what I did. I got in my car, packed my little shit, and I hit the road. 3 o'clock on Saturday. And I haven't been, you know, I haven't been by myself on a solo road trip. Me and my husband usually do our solo trip. I mean, do trips together. I had not been on a solo trip by myself, just me alone. And I was like, well, it's time for some new shit, right? Been on trips, me, my husband, and my daughter, plenty of those, all three of us. But I haven't been on a solo trip by myself. I said, let me just be spontaneous and just go and see what happens. Just live, you know, just live. Just be free and see what's there. Man, I'm so glad I went. It was refreshing. It was cool. Change of space, scenery, the adventure of not knowing who's there, who I'll meet, what I might do. You know, that was pretty cool. And I'm not the kind of person that needs people to sit with me while I eat. You know, some people don't want to eat alone. They don't want to watch a movie alone. I've been married, you know, a long time. I have never been really single at all as an adult. So I'm one of those people that I really do appreciate my own personal space. I do, because I've always been in a relationship. So I don't have that. Ooh, I can't eat by myself. I don't got none of that. I don't got none. I can totally eat by myself. I went to the movies by myself. Me and my husband spend the first part of the day together. So I get plenty of attention. Okay, let me say that. So I do like going places by myself. I really enjoy it. And being that I had got married so young, I always have to feel like I have independence as a person, just as a person. You know, I always want to make sure I feel like I'm grown because I didn't feel like I was grown in that marriage for a long time. Anyway, in the process of going there, I got a chance to go to Ground Zero. This is owned by Morgan Freeman. It's a blues club. And I walked in and I was just shocked because it was like all white folks there. I said, wait a minute, hold up, hold the fuck up. Why is it all white people here? That struck me strange. And they were so nice to me. They had already closed the kitchen. And I told the lady, I said, ma'am, I drove all the way from Atlanta. I am hungry. And all y'all restaurants close at 9 o'clock and it's 9:10. She said, don't worry about it. I'll get you some. What you want? You want chicken wings? I said, yeah, give me chicken wings. Give me chicken. Them the best goddamn. How would you know that I would go to Mississippi and get the best goddamn wings? And when I say wings, I'm talking about like hot wings. Them shits was better than anything I ever had in Atlanta. They were so fresh and fat and juicy. Man, they changed the game on the hot wings. How did I know that was gonna happen? Them motherfucking wings were so good. So I sat there and listened to the blues. It was a white band, and that's when I first discovered these Mississippi white people. They talk funny. They talk funny, y'all. They talk funny. They sound to me like they trying to do Ebonics. That's what they sound like. I swear to God, they sound to me like they trying to do Ebonics. Because at first, the guy who was on the band, he was like, "Yeah, y'all, something, something." It wasn't a yeehaw, Texas white person shit. They ass sound like Ebonics, like you trying to mock black people from the South. That's what I thought, and I was like, "Oh hell no!" I was almost a bit offended. And then there was a guy who was at the table, and he was white, and he was talking to his white people. They were talking to each other, and they were talking like that. I was like, "Oh shit, I'm in a different place." This happened to me when I went to UK as well. First time I went to the UK. First time I went to the UK, I heard a little boy, "Mommy, mommy, mommy, mommy." I was like, "Oh hell no!" You know what I mean? It's just like of a shock of the to the ears. You hear some of these accents, and I heard this little tiny little white boy, "Mommy, mommy." I said, "Oh wow, I guess I'm in the UK." So anyway, that's how the white people talk there, and I'm not foreign to it completely because I remember going to New Orleans, and you hear them Cajuns, them white people from New Orleans. When you hear a white person in New Orleans talk, you want to fucking laugh. You be like, "Hell no, hell to the no." You be like, you like, where the box at? How do you where the voice box at? Where the recording at? You can't believe they talk like that, but that's how they talk. That is exactly how they goddamn talk. That's how them New Orleans people talk. And I was just like, okay, so I'm in a different place, and these white people in Mississippi getting some more seeds. These white people in Mississippi, they talk different, and that, it is what it is. Shit. Oh, I gotta put now. Damn it. You see the ADHD working. I done sat here and took out all the dirt, and then put none back. Let me mix it up. Mix it up. That's what I'm talking about. The ADHD start and don't finish stuff. Okay, I catch myself. This part is I catch yourself. You gotta admit you got a problem, then you gotta fix it. Catch yourself, girl. Catch yourself. All right, so I'm gonna be able to get at least 20 done, and I'm leaving here in 20 minutes because I got the other shit to do. I'm gonna do this shit. But anyway, I'm gonna produce my pictures and my photography. So I sat and I let I got me a liquor. I got a liquor and I sat there and I ate my hot wings and I tried to enjoy the space. They had what you call community seating, and community seating means that you can wherever there's a seat you sit down. Just sit your ass down. It don't matter who's there, how many people at the table. If it's 6 seats and only three are full, you can take any of them other three. You understand? So that's how that works. So I just went over to the front. I was like, shit, I'm sitting in the front. So I went and sat in the front and I listened to the music. And the music was good because I like guitar. I did love rock and roll, and I like the grunge music, and Metallica, and all that shit. Lenny Kravitz. So I've always liked guitar, electric guitar music. But in this case, I was missing something. I knew it. And Spirit is funny, man. Spirit, I came all the way here, and that wasn't it. It was nice, but it wasn't it. I stayed for a little while, enjoyed myself, finished my hot wings. But I knew that wasn't it. That's not what I came here for. And you know who came to tell me, Spirit? So I'm sitting there relaxing. And then this black dude, with older man, very nice older man. He was probably about 65. He came and he said, "These seats taken?" I said, "Nope." And so he said, "I got 4 people." And I said, "Okay." And so I started cleaning the area off. It wasn't none of my shit, but I just like, that's part of welcoming somebody. You got to be kind to people. And in the South, we try to treat people like we know them already. For the most part. In Atlanta, you got to be careful with that. But for the most part in the South, we try to treat people like we know you already. I think so. Anyway, they call it Southern hospitality. You just act like you are familiar with the person. You don't get too comfortable, but you just pretty nice. Like you met them before. That's how you treat people for the most part. And they call that Southern hospitality. It's like a familiarity. especially among black people. You know, especially among black people. Everybody's brother, sister. You know, and a lot of people who have been part of the church, that's why they get that attitude. You know, because of the church. That's how people are more community oriented. So I think it transfers from the church to everyday life. But anyhow, so he just started talking and telling me. That's why I say when you travel, you'll never be alone. Him, his wife, his sister, and I think it's his son. They had traveled from a long way too. And he used to come there. He said, "Oh, this has changed." He said he walked in, he saw the white people. He said, "Yeah, we about to." He sat and talked to me for a little while. They listened to music for a little while. He said, "Yeah, we about to go. We're gonna go find some real blues." That's all I needed to hear. I said, "This ain't it, huh?" He said, "Nope, that's not it." He said, "I've been coming here for years. Something changed." I said, "All right, brother," and I appreciate the message. That means I didn't waste my time. So I got my ass up after I finished my hot wings. I had a great conversation with them for about 20 minutes or so. And then I, on my way there, heard of this place called Reds, Red's Juke Joint. I saw the music. I heard it on my way in on the same street. I politely got my ass in the car and I went on down the Reds and I walked in. And it is sure enough a real fucking juke joint. Everything about it is a. I know about juke joints because my family's from the south and from the country. Okay, so I've been to many a juke joint. I know what they look like. They call it a hole in the wall, right? I know what they look like. They get the first thing you gonna see is a goddamn bunch of coolers. They don't got no. They don't have any refrigerators. They don't have any refrigerators. They don't have any freezers and ice machines and shit like that. Nah, there's gonna be a bunch of series of coolers, and every cooler got some different shit in it. Okay, so I saw a whole bunch of coolers sitting up there. I thought, oh yeah, that's a juke joint, and they got electricity, what you call it, jump cords, extension cords all over the goddamn place. Because the place isn't usually set up for actual business. It's usually some kind of empty building that didn't have no structure, and they just turn it into whatever it's gonna be. But yeah, I've been to many juke joints, and it's funny because I was talking to my husband about, I was showing him my pictures from the trip. We always do that, where we review each other's pictures and discuss and ask each other questions and stuff like that. And me and him were talking about it just a little while ago, this morning. And that's when he revealed to me his last trip he took, him, his dad, and his brother, because they had a death in the family. And he revealed to me his uncle then opened up a juke joint. I said, "What?" He said, "Yeah, I'll send you the pictures." So it was funny the way he was describing it. He said he put up a bunch of plastic and shit around a frame and made like what you get enclosement. And he said that shit is so bootleg. He said, but the people just put some lights on it. That's all you gotta do. That's all you gotta do is put some lights on it. So he put some lights on it, and you put a couple of chairs out there and turn the music on. It's on. It's a goddamn juke joint. So he was telling me his uncle opened up a juke. Well, he called it was the G. I think he called it the G's place, or G spot, or G's place, or something like that. Because his name is Gregory. So he opened up a juke joint in Columbus, Georgia. That's where my husband's family's from. Columbus, Georgia. People swear he's a Jamaican or Ireland. I'm like, this Negro is so black, like deep down slave blood. People always trying to tell him he's from Jamaica. They don't believe him. He do got that Jamaican look though. He like one of them old Rasta man. But it's just hair. He got the energy though of Jamaica. My husband does. He really does. People be swearing he's from Jamaica. They don't say it about me. They just say it about him. But that's all right. He's a super Negro. Anyhow, so I went in there, and that lady she did. Oh man, that band was good. It was a black band. The music was good, and what I realized is I love the harmonica. Listen to blues all the way down here. I love the harmonica. The harmonica, it takes the music to a new level, And the guitar, and then the what is it? The tambourine. She was playing a tambourine. I really thoroughly enjoyed the music. I sat there all night till they closed. I had a good time. And then they had this one lady. She was so old. She just sitting in the corner. You could tell she just sits there every weekend for hours. And I just ducked my head at her. She ducked her head at me. And she wasn't even like really rocking or nothing. You could just tell she just be there. You know how some people just be there? They always just there. You can tell she's that person. She's just always there. And she's just sitting there, like you said, that's her spot, her seat. She probably sit in the same spot all the time. And so I was sitting close to her, but I just thought it was so cute the way she just seems like a piece of furniture the way she's sitting over there. You know, I don't know. Should I play? I think I'm gonna paint. I'm gonna do some zucchini. I'm gonna do some zucchini. So anyhow, I enjoyed it at Red's. I went to a real juke joint, and what was crazy was the lady who was doing the singing. I liked her so much. Um, what was crazy about it is that she uh, taught me something on the spot I didn't really know about. I get it now though. I think it's the cleanup woman. I think she does that too. They talking over the music because they wanna transfer the knowledge, right? And it doesn't always rhyme. And the knowledge, the knowledge doesn't always have anything to do with the song. You want to express the story, the circumstances. You want to emphasize and give the details, and all of that can't fit into the song. So I took note of that because she was talking to the crowd, and she said, "Y'all, I'm telling y'all my story. I'm telling you my story. What happened to me?" And she said, "I had these." What she said, three beautiful children. I think that's what she said. I think it was three. And my husband, it wasn't working out. And she said, and I wanted to make sure everything, the kids got everything they needed, but he just didn't care. So I had to do it all by myself. And then she kept saying, but I made it, but I made it. And she talking about how much she sacrificed, you know, and how difficult that was. And she just kept saying, but I made it. And she would stop at certain points in the song and she would say, she just stopped. The music is still going, but she wanted to clarify. She just talk over the music. I guess one whole, that one part of the set or whatever. She was just skipping the singing that verse and just talk to the audience. She's like, school closed, this, that. My son, he at Columbia now. You can't tell me nothing now. He at Columbia. And something, something, something. And I made sure them groceries were there. I made sure I did this, I did that. He didn't care. He didn't care. She's talking over the music. And she's narrating her story. Hey, what's up, Woo? What's going on? And I said, see, that's the part. That's that authentic shit. People are writing stories from their real life and they put the music to it. And they're really telling their truth. And it's so important to them. They talk over the music so they can explain the details. Because the details is where the art is. It's where real life is. Art imitates life, life imitates art. And so I appreciated that about blues music. 'Cause, I know Erica Badu does that too. I've seen her do it. I've seen Lauryn Hill do it. So there's a tradition of storytelling in our music. And that came through just by listening to her. Now let me see. I gotta make sure I label these. All these are. Is that one? Did I put one in there? Oh God. Okay, I did. All these are zucchini. Let me label them now before I forget. My ADHD bad. Woo, how are you? How are you? So that was the highlight for me, music wise. Listening to them till midnight. Everything closed early in these small towns. And I had a good time. I love that music. I was rocking. I was laughing. I was enjoying. I have like a 21-minute. I didn't want to videotape the whole thing. Some shit is sacred, okay? Everything don't need to be on the internet. I had a good time, but at least I got 20 minutes for anybody to view who wants to see it. And I don't know if I said this, but I'm a travel vlogger. I started out travel vlogging. That was my first like point of social media was a travel vlogger. I was a travel vlogger on YouTube travel station. Okay. And they discontinued that because they wanted to sell like hotels.com shit. They didn't want people to give content, but everybody had a free account, and I had just stuffed that thing with all kinds of, and I loved it because I could write my stuff and I could post my pictures. So I used it for my photography and I used it for my writing. So I would spend my evenings because I'm not one to go out late at night when I'm traveling solo. So I would spend my evenings typing and writing and editing my travel vlog. And in the daytime, I would be, doing my photography and exploring and stuff. Damn, that garlic stinks. I got to get that shit out of here. Okay, what is this? Zucchini? I'm just gonna write ZUC. Nah, that ain't gonna work. That's weak. I need my real. This is my real marker. I need my other permanent marker. Here we go. That's that. That's that bad boy. That shit is not gonna come off. We'll try it again. Zoop. So I'm planting zucchini. If you know anything about zucchini, they move very quickly. They move very, very quickly. They'll be up in no time. Because it's not even May yet. Okay? Planting season, it starts mid-April to May. So I'm still a little bit in there. I'm trying to layer my garden. You can't put everything in, you know. So you might as well prepare for the next stuff to put down in the ground. I'm not going to Lowe's and Home Depot. I'm not gonna do it. I'm growing from seed. Okay, that's what makes sense. All this weird fake shit people doing. What sense does that make? You keep going buying plants for $7. It's a fucking seed. Put the seed in the ground. Anyway, um, so I learned about blues and I loved hearing her story. And I heard even another story where the guy said he said I got a juju, but it don't work on you. It work on everybody, every woman but you. I got a juju and it works on every woman but you. And that guy played that. Because the woman will sing the song while the man is playing the guitar, and then they'll switch up, and then he'll sing, and both of them play the guitar like that. And so I really enjoyed it. I loved it. It's nothing like a black woman singing the blues, and so I enjoyed that part. And I want to go back and listen to more, but I'm gonna get a book about the blues and the history of the blues because I think I'm gonna start traveling the South, y'all. That's what I'm saying. I'm gonna start traveling the South a little bit more. You said, what are you growing? It says, okay, yeah, what are you growing? This is zucchini, but I'm about to plant my dill again. My dill didn't come up. I don't know why. And I'm about to plant my basil. I planted basil already. Shit did not come up. I think it's a fucking squirrel. The squirrel is fucking with my shit. And then fine. He's always digging holes, and I think he disturbs them, and the seedlings die. He's always digging holes, that bastard. So, yeah, I got zucchini over there already. It's already over there. I got zucchini. I got butternut squash. I got the shit up there already. But you gotta layer it. You know what I'm saying? You gotta layer your stuff. Get it growing, and then when the other one kind of croak or die off, then you got another one already ready to put in the ground. I'm learning that the maturity levels of plants is something you gotta really watch. It don't take long. It's a 30, 60-day cycle, right? It's a 30 to 60, 90 days for some, like pumpkins. But yeah. So the next thing I had is I went that was my first night. I enjoyed the music. I went to my Roach Motel. It wasn't as bad as people said. It was just outdated. Um and I stayed there. The room was kind of stuffy. They need a humidifier or something in there. But that was fine. I didn't been to the finest places. I do not need to impress anybody. I'm just trying to find somewhere safe to sleep so I can do more adventure. You know what I'm saying? I don't need no 5 star. I'm staying for one fucking day. Like just go lay your ass down so you can get up. I go to bed at like 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, wake up at 6 o'clock and hit the road, Jack. So like what do I need all that for? I'm not even gonna enjoy it. So I tend to stay at hostels or, cheap accommodations when I can. Only on solo travel, not when my husband and my daughter go. We'll have to get something nicer. But just me by myself, as long as it's safe and the reviews are not too bad, I can go. All right, so I got my zucchini done. Now I'm gonna plant my thyme. So I enjoyed this trip. I ended up going all to downtown. I saw the black folks. I went everywhere, y'all. I went every which way. I'll do a collage of all my photography. Let me see, where did I start? I went downtown to the blues uh hotel that black folks created because they had all these people coming out of town need somewhere to stay. So the one thing they did is they created a hotel just for blues travelers, you know? And I thought that was kind of industrious. Black people always make a way. And that hotel, you can tell over time it had higher and higher demand, and that's how it got to be bigger and bigger and bigger. To the point where it's 4 structures. And so there's the pictures of that. and they're trying to preserve it right now, and that's good because we need Black culture and history to be preserved. This is the type of shit that really matters. A lot of people worry about stupid shit. This is the type of shit that really matters. You know what I mean? Keeping history and culture alive so that the other people can enjoy it and understand where it comes from. Because people will steal your fucking culture. And if you don't have any evidence that it ever existed, it's gone. It's theirs, right? So there's that hotel. Then I went to, let me see, I went to so many places. I found all these historical places. I learned about the Mission family. It's a man who called himself having a new world. He literally branded everything New World. Black man, their very first, very successful entrepreneur. And I'm going to just pour a whole bunch of these in here. I don't know what it's going to do, but I'm going to pour a whole bunch of, what is that? Time. And hope to God that it do something that I needed to do. Okay, I'm going to cover it up. You can cover it up. Okay, that's fine. I'm going to label it as fine. Okay, take my glove off. So the next thing I saw, there was a pharmacist. They're working on something. There's a museum. I went to the downtown. I found so many other juke joints and spots. And then I ended up going, and I was standing in the road because nobody was around because it's Sunday. And I mean, they literally shut it down. There's nothing open on Sunday. So it's like a ghost town. It was like all for me. I'm the only one on the street, only one driving. Very few people out. They're sitting on their porch. They're at church. I saw Black folks at the church. And I took beautiful photography of the graveyards, the cemetery, and the church. And, the church was clearly still there, the center of the community. It's a Martin Luther King Boulevard. That's where all the churches. It seems like all the churches are over there. There's literally a railroad track, and that is actually, because I asked at the gas station, they said the railroad track is literally like the other side. I'm like, for real? My husband's dad in Raleigh. Oh God. I swear I got allergies. I do not want to deal with it. I just, uh, I don't want to deal with it. I'm in denial, but it's all right. I'm not taking no medicine for this shit. It's gonna be what it's gonna be. My nose is itching so bad. Anyway, anyway, um, same thing. Raleigh, North Carolina. My husband's dad is a historian of sorts. He uh he retired from that school right there, the black school. He's an He was an administrator. Oh yeah, my father-in-law is a Q dog. I should say that too. So he was a college administrator over there at athletics, and that's what he did for years till he retired. So he knows the community and everything very well. Um, yeah, my father-in-law is an educated, very intelligent, powerful black man, and he knows the history of Raleigh very well. Raleigh, I don't know if it's Raleigh or Raleigh. And so he told us the same thing. He said this railroad track is the dividing line. He said once you cross over that, that's where the white folks are, and the other side is the black folks. It's literally like that in Clarksdale, and you can tell. I barely even saw white people, y'all. I barely saw. The majority of the area is black, but the white people that do live, they live on the opposite side. So everything on the train tracks over is the black folks. That was natural discrimination or segregation, rather. Okay, so I'm gonna put thyme on here. Let me turn it over. Put thyme. THYME. Got my thyme. Okay, so I'm gonna plant the thyme. I'm running out of time. I got to go pick up my baby. Um, so I saw that Martin Luther King. I actually got out my car and went over the bridge and walked over the bridge so I could get beautiful pictures of the creek. Y'all, that creek set me off. That made it worth it. I have about three things that made it worth it. That music made it worth it. And I'm gonna tell y'all about Aunt B. She made it worth it. And that damn the creek. The creek made it worth it. That creek took me all the way back. And I mean it's just this beautiful area. Y'all see the pictures. And the creek breeze. And I wanted to jump in that creek so bad, but it's not made for, you know, the type you can get in. The type you can get in, they have like little pebbles and rocks and they slowly get you down into the creek. That shit just a drop off. So that's not a creek you can wade in or whatever or cross or whatever. No, it's not that tight. It's more like a rivulet. But those three things made it worth it. Aunt B, Aunt B, the creek, and my experience walking through the creek in the grounds and stuff like that. Man, that shit was beautiful. It was beautiful. And I just wanted to sit there forever. Y'all, the time slowed down so much. Time slowed down. That's the best part of it. I felt like I was there for a whole weekend. And I literally was just there for like a day. But the time stopped. The cars stopped moving. Nobody was running around. Nobody was talking. It was just me and the whole fucking town was mine. By myself. I got so comfortable. I started standing in the middle of the street taking photography. And I ended up talking to this brother. And he was like looking like, who the hell is this woman? Who is this woman with this red dress on standing in the middle of the damn street? Who is this? So it made him stop. It made him stop. And he asked me, "Hey, where you from?" Where you from? Yeah, yeah, you look crazy standing in the middle of the damn street. And I told him, I'm from Atlanta. You hear me having a conversation. It's in one of them videos. I was live. And yes, so I went down to the creek and I enjoyed that. And time stood still. It was just me in the city of Clarksdale all by myself. Yeah, I was crazy. I never even saw a police officer, not one. Do y'all have any fucking police? I'm so used to seeing police in Atlanta. A police every 2 minutes. They didn't have. I didn't see not one police presence. You know, people probably know how to act. They got some fucking sense. You know, people got some goddamn sense. And when you live in small places like that, when you do crime and bullshit, your family's gonna know. Everybody's gonna know, and you're guilty because everybody knows they saw you. You can't be fucking anonymous, right? So I didn't never think about that. That's the good thing about small town. I remember my cousin Richie. He got put in jail in Oglethorpe. He got arrested, and they let you go on the back porch. It's just a building, like a two-story house, a brick two-story house. It ain't really a jail. They just have you there, and they tell you you're under arrest, and it's an honor system. Well, they got a back patio. Oglethorpe, Lexington. It's very small town. They got a back patio. They let them go back there and smoke cigarettes. Well, it's got fucking stairs. So one day Richie was just like, I'm not under arrest anymore. I'm leaving. I'm going back. And he took his ass off back to my grandma's house. And then the police came and just said, hey, get your ass back in the car. You're going back to jail. They don't even like arrest him, like put handcuffs. This is shit. That's small town. It's different. You know what I mean? Small town is different. So that's how they do at Oglethorpe. They'll tell you in jail. And you're supposed to sit there till it's like timeout. It's really like a timeout system. They probably didn't do no paperwork on you. I don't know. But my cousin just walked his ass off. He smoked his cigarette on the back patio, and he walked his ass off back to my grandma's house. And then the police came back. Man, Richie, you don't get your ass back in this car. You going back? And he just got in the car and went on back. I was like, y'all niggas are crazy. Okay, how many? Oh shit. What is this? Basil. Lord, I don't even know what the fuck I put in here. See, this is the ADHD. I thought I put it into. Fuck it. I'm just gonna label. You know, let me just put some more in there in case. I thought it was 3 though. See, god damn it. I lost my train of thought. Let me just put some more in there. 'Cause I don't remember if I put it in there or not. You can't have enough basil. Basil is good for cooking, right? All right. So if it wasn't no basil in there, it is now. Let me pull a bit more. So then, moving on, I went down to the Roxy, the new Roxy. I went to a lot of places, y'all. I went to a whole lot of places. You can see I make a collage. And I just covered all the historical spaces and places and people. They had a marker for Ike Turner. I saw that. They had Tennessee. They had some other shit, but it wasn't focused on black folks. So I didn't bother. Elvis Presley. I didn't want to see that. Excuse me. This pollen getting to me. So anyway, I had the town all to myself. Y'all, I was starving to fucking death. Every restaurant is closed. Y'all hear me? On Sunday, every restaurant is closed. I did not get no food until 4 o'clock. I had to get up out of there. I had to leave. Well, only option I had was probably like McDonald's, and I didn't want to eat that. They had like McDonald's, but they don't have a whole lot of fast food. So I literally did not have many options. Like all the stuff I saw on was it Google Maps for eating, even the breakfast place. It was called Aunt Grandma's House of Pancakes. Some little hole in the wall. That shit was closed too. So let me tell you something I learned about Mississippi. Alabama's very similar. On Sunday in the deep south, you need to just stay your ass home. There's nowhere to go. There's nothing to do. Okay, that shit is shut the fuck down. The goddamn everything is closed. Every fucking thing, everything. Stores they don't even bother opening. I saw It's Fashion, right? Fucking closed. They know Sunday hours. They do that in the city. 12 o'clock, 6 o'clock. They don't even bother opening up on Sunday. Nothing is fucking open on Sunday, okay? So do not take your ass to Mississippi thinking that you are gonna just find you some restaurants to hang out with and do this and that. Nah, everything's fucking closed. Nobody's out. They are moving from church to home, and that's it. That's it. Gas station open. That's it. I learned the hard way. There was no fucking food. May could not have breakfast or lunch. You hear me? So it was 3 o'clock, and I had to drive to Tupelo. I had to drive to Tupelo, fucking Mississippi, to eat. All right. So that was like 4 o'clock before I got a fucking meal. No, it was later than that. It was later than that. Okay. So I enjoyed downtown because I was by myself, me in the middle of the street, taking photos, just walking, just by myself. The people are gone. They're on the front porch. I went through and I found a meal too. I found a meal as I was driving, and I ain't gonna say I broke in because it was already broke in. I just went on in there. It's some private property, some industrial area. I happened to drive past, and I was like, "Ooh, that would be good photography." I'm going in there. I don't know where it's at, but I circled the block about 3, 4 times until I found a hole in the wall, literally a hole in the fence, and I went through it. There was a whole bunch of beer bottles and stuff. I had to be very careful. I could have cut myself up, and I got in there, and I explored. I got a video for that. Um, but I had fun just exploring and seeing shit. And people were so friendly. Everywhere was friendly. And I say that people worry about, when I travel, am I going to be alone? Fuck no. You never be alone when you travel. People always with you. You always gonna have a friend. If you're a nice person, you a decent person, you smile at people, talk to people like you got some sense, you'll never be alone. You'll never eat a meal alone. You'll always have a friend. Okay? So that's what I love about travel. You never know. And you don't have to have deep connections and I'm gonna meet you again and all. No, it's just it is what it is for that moment. That's the beauty of it. That's the beauty of it. It is momentary. Okay. So I got my drink right here. So after I did that, I said, okay, I'm gonna go. I'm leaving Clarksdale, and I saw everything I could see. This is not gonna be my last time. I'll go again. And I left there, and I went to Tupelo. I knew I was gonna go to Tupelo. I had to get me some Confederate graveyard dirt. So I went to Tupelo, and I drove like 6 extra miles off of the main street. Oh shit! You see that ADHD? I still didn't put the goddamn basil. May, oh my God, you're in rare form today. Let me write basil before I forget. And then I'll be like, which one? Let me do that shit right now. I'm not old. I've had this shit for a long time. I be leaving stuff undone so much. That's why I have to handle everything in the moment because my brain will skip and forget. Okay, there. Got the basil done. All right. So the next thing I did is I went to Tupelo, and this is where Aunt B's comes in. Aunt B's Soul Food. I went to I think it's Chickasaw, Sacred Grounds. It's a Native American sacred ground. I went there, and I was highly disappointed that they had not built structures. If you're gonna have pictures of what this stuff is, a long house, a smoke house, whatever you say is in a village, reconstruct it. You lazy fucking bombs. You got people driving all the way out here to see what? To see fucking what? That pissed me off. I ain't gonna lie. I thought I was gonna see something, and all they had was like some memorial fucking stones. I was like, man, they say that they use it for like powwows, but I'm like, where's the structure? Why don't you make this shit more functional? You guys have no fucking respect for Native Americans. Y'all didn't put no money into this. Oh, y'all spent a whole bunch of money uh, on Negroes and what we do. They like that, but when it comes to Native Americans, they won't put no money. The state won't put no money behind preserving their shit. And I'm not saying you want to defile it by putting a fake village, but at least the structures that existed, let the Native American peoples build that. Let people who are experts build that. Let them put something that has value. I went there. That shit did not have no value at all. Like nothing. I could have not went. I was so mad. I was really disgusted about that. I came to learn something. That shit they had, I could have learned that on the internet. They could have just published that goddamn bullshit ass fucking photo on the internet and said don't bother coming. I mean, they just never mind. I ain't gonna get into it. I hate the way they treat Native Americans. So I went to the Civil War and see that's the type of shit they'll spend money on that. They got cannons out there. They got the grass cut. They got all kind of shit for that. The Confederate Civil War and all that. They got cannons out there. So I went to that. You know, it's like a memorial park cemetery. So I went to that and I took pictures and photos and stuff. And I got my Mississippi graveyard Confederate dirt. That's what I did. I'm collecting your ancestors' dirt. That's what I'm doing. I got something for y'all ass. Okay, now I'm gonna do my deal. And then I gotta find some more. I gotta find some more pots to plant some small stuff. I'm gonna go up there later on and I'm gonna plant watermelon. I need to plant sweet potatoes too. I'm gonna do watermelon. Watermelon, that shit grows so fast. And I gotta check the strawberries later. I gotta check the strawberries later. 'Cause I know they're popping. They are popping. And if I don't get it, the squirrel, the birds, and the bugs will get it. If I don't get it, the strawberries. There's a pretty red bird over there. Anyway, so this is how we get the ant bees. Ant bees, how many should I pour? Dill? That's cool. Let me pour a little bit here. Dill. And put some here. Dill. All right. I did all the dill. Okay. And then I'm going to end this live. I'm going to talk about getting rid of demons. God damn it. Got to get rid of demons. That's kind of part of the movie, isn't it? Got to get rid of the damn demons. Um, but at bees, I was looking for some food. I was hungry as a dog. I said, I ain't come out of Mississippi to eat no bullshit. I'm not going no fucking Wendy's. I want some real soul food. They got Cracker Barrel. I don't want that. I want real soul food from real black people. I'm gonna spend my money with black people. I ain't come here to fuck off. So I got on Google. You know how they do? They only put certain shit at the top of the Google search. I said, let me scroll and scroll and scroll. I'm gonna scroll forever if I need to. And then I found Aunt Bee's. Aunt Bee is 95, was 95 years old when she passed away last year. She had been managing that restaurant forever. Her niece, who is a very elderly woman already, 70 something, she was sitting there. She's the old lady who just watches everything and makes sure the food is right because she doesn't walk too much. She sits at that spot and she's consistent where Miss Aunt B used to sit. This is the story she's telling me. And she greets everybody. She knows everybody. She's part of the community. She keeps the community together. How you doing, young man? I watched her. I was just like, wow, that's the shit. That's the shit right there. That's it. She told me her name. I didn't get her name. I just remember Aunt B. But she was a real old lady, and she was just as nice. And she said, "Oh, this your first time?" She know I ain't never been there. I said, "Yeah, I came from Atlanta, and I want some real soul food." She said, "You got the right spot." And she said, "And we treat people right." Man, my heart just fell. And she said, "And we treat people right." And so it's funny because she was on it with everybody that came in there. She knows everybody. How you doing? How you doing? Asking about certain people. So and so feeling better. I was just like, wow. And y'all, the place was decorated like, the blues, but the stuff they have on the wall has been collected forever. I have a video and some pictures of Aunt B's. Just a simple little house like structure, but it's commercial area. You got parking and stuff. Nothing fancy at all. And it just felt good. Like she's like an old auntie, like your great old auntie. And you got that feeling as soon as you walk in. And she was like, "Well, we didn't put all the food up because we close in 30 minutes. Because I got there at 4:30 and they close at 5." And she said, "But listen, you gonna sit and you gonna eat, and you don't rush. You don't worry. We're not closing nothing until you finish. I want you to enjoy your food. I want you to enjoy your food." That's what she said. And I was so grateful because I was like, I gotta hog this down. Because in Atlanta they get rude. They'll turn the fucking lights on your ass. They'll start throwing chairs and shit upside down. They'll let you know they get your ass out of here. We got your money to get the fuck out. You know? Oh, young Riaz, hey, what's up? You said, what am I growing this season? Oh shoot, I'm growing everything. I'm growing everything. Strawberries, blueberries, pears are already up. Apples, peaches. Got collard greens over there. I got broccoli. I don't know how to eat this shit. It looks funny. It's weird. Got beans over there. I got peas over there. Strawberries, butternut squash, zucchini. I don't want regular squash. Cilantro, all the herbs. What else am I growing? Got to grow sweet potatoes. I got mustard greens, spinach. I got a lot. I got a whole lot. Collard greens, kale. Got that too. Green onion. A lot of herbs. Rosemary. What's that? Not. I always want to say boysenberry. I got blackberries. No raspberry. I got raspberry, not blackberry. Um, what's that thing called? Elderberries are over there, and I got tea trees. I haven't tried the tea trees yet. They say you want to get them when they're tall and baby leaves, but they've not gotten big enough. So anyway, um, Aunt Bees made me feel at home. They made me feel so freaking good. Hey, what's up, Riaz? You said you're doing good. Okay. They made me feel so good. And she kept saying, "Now listen." They also had the cooler, right? They got the regular cooler, plastic, and you got to dig out your ice. I said, "Yeah, this is home. This is homegrown. None of them $3,000 ice makers. None of that. They get bags of ice and they pour it in there every day. This is Mississippi, goddamn it. It functions. Yeah, I had drank the best sweet tea I ever had. I took the cobbler. I ate a little bit, and I took it home for my husband. So he ate it last night. We always bring each other some back. And I had green beans. They don't put pork in the food. That's how I knew it was perfect for me. I wanted fried chicken and I wanted baked chicken. And I wasn't going to ask for that because they don't do that usually. You just get one or the other. You get two pieces of this, two pieces of that. Luckily, they only had two wings left. So they said, "Well, do you mind get two fried wings?" Because I asked for fried chicken. And then you can get the other piece baked because it's three pieces. I was like, man, I was so happy when he said that. I said, absolutely. I'll take a baked thigh. I don't eat drumsticks. I hate drumsticks. I'll take a baked thigh and the two fried wings. Man, them fried wings. Y'all know what I'm talking about when they put the goddamn chicken in the kitchen sink and they let the shit marinate and they put God knows what on it. That shit be good. Y'all ain't never had no good ass fried chicken till you didn't have somebody from a hole in the wall cook the fucking fried chicken. Grandmas know how to do it. Country grandmas. The layers of the fucking food. There's no seasons I know that taste like that. Them green beans. I put garlic, onion, salt, pepper. I put magic cubes. I put all kind of shit in it. It don't taste like that. It's like dirt water or something in it. You know what I mean? It's like a I don't know how to explain it. The vegetables have this extra layer of flavor. I cannot define it. I don't know. And I got 100 seasonings in here, so it ain't like I don't have all the seasonings. I don't know what the fuck they put in there. Them damn green beans were so fucking good. They feel like green beans has been around. I know they cooked it that morning, but them green beans felt like ancient. They felt like ancient green beans. Them motherfuckers was so good. The potato salad was good. I got another. Oh, macaroni and cheese. The macaroni and cheese was good. It's not the best I ever had. That's my uncle, but it was all right. But y'all, the totality of it, that plate. I'm gonna show my plate. And I had a corn muffin. It didn't have no salt in it. My grandma makes salt with hers. That shit was so good. It was so good, y'all. I was embarrassed because I really wanted to sop the cornbread into the green beans. But I said, I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that. That's too much like the country people. I'm not gonna do that. I wanted to though. What they call it? I forgot. There's a name they got it. They call it something water. What is it? Green water? I don't know. Anyway, okay, I got everything planted. I did everything. I got everything planted. I got thyme, dill, basil. This is like round two because the shit didn't come up. And I got a bunch of zucchinis. So lastly, Aunt B, then the uncle came. His name was Marion. He was nice. He came through. This is a four-generation restaurant. Four generations. The most recent young woman to run it, and it's going through the female family line. Aunt B had it, then this lady that was sitting there, that's her niece. She had it, and now her grandniece is the one running it. Four generations of women running this goddamn restaurant. That's some shit. Four generations. That's powerful. That's powerful. And that's what I saw too. People can say what they want to say, but in the deep south, you got black families that have owned businesses for years. That's some shit they not doing in New York and none of these other places. Okay, so people can talk shit about the South. We can actually say my daddy, my granddaddy also ran this. Okay, especially funeral homes. Now, I just want to say this. My goal is this. I thought about it while I was traveling. I had several reasons I thought about it. Y'all, life is short. Life is fucking short. Get some business about yourself. And I don't mean that the mean way, but if you don't have any business about yourself, you'll find yourself in chaos, worried about other people, worried about stupid shit, making mountains out of molehills, causing problems and chaos, and just being dumb. And you have nothing to show for it. I am 40. I just turned in March. I just turned 47. Do y'all know how close 47 is? A lot of people say, "Oh, you're still young." And nah, fuck that. Fuck that. 47. 35 is your midpoint, technically. 35. If the average person might live to 70, 35 is your midpoint. I'm past the midpoint. So guess what I'm realizing? And I guess this is where a lot of people have midlife crises, right? Because they're not satisfied with the life they're living. They don't have shit to show for it. I got plenty to show for my life. I'm not gonna have a midlife crisis. But what I am gonna have is a midlife renewal, a midlife rejuvenation. That's what the fuck I'm gonna have. Okay? Because what I realize is that 47, I'm closer to death than I am to life. Just think about it. If you're over 35, you're closer to death. Just think about it. A lot of people are croaking at 40. People are croaking at 45. Folks are croaking at 50. Folks are croaking at 55. You're not promised shit. You hear me? You're not promised nothing. So you have to live your life like it's your best life. Live your days like it's the last day. Don't spend. That's what I'm realizing. Renewal, life rejuvenation. I need to focus on what's important. If I was to die today and I look at a week later, because you don't remember shit after a week anyway. If I looked at 7 days before I died, let's just say I died today. I look at 7 days before I died. Did I live every day to my best ability? Was I living my best life? Did I eat well? Did I love people? Did I connect? Was I productive? Did I do something that mattered? Was I happy? Right? If I reevaluate my life every 7 fucking days, what do I have to say about the life I'm living? Because most people living in perpetual future. I'm gonna ain't shit. Or they say I am, I am. No, you're not that now. You don't embody that. That's a lie. You lie to yourself. And I said to myself, I said, you know what? I'm not worried about death, but I am the kind of person, this one life I'm given, I want to make sure that I have been and done what I need to do and be. So I'm satisfied with me. Okay. I want to be satisfied with me at all times. If you ask me, are you satisfied with what you've accomplished, man? Yes, I absolutely am. Education, family, friendships, the middle class level of wealth and sustainability. I'm satisfied. I'm satisfied with the car I'm driving, the house I'm living in, everything I do. I'm satisfied. I got no complaints. I'm not done living, but I'm enhancing living. That's why me and my husband, he say, I'm going to Argentina. Go, baby, go. Go to Argentina. Go see it. No hesitation. Okay, you want to climb a mountain? Okay, you want to jump in the ocean? Okay, go. We live on go. And I'm just realizing I need to speak that up a little bit more. Get rid of the bullshit in my life. Get rid of the stupid shit. Ignore stupid people. Most of these motherfuckers are miserable. They can't fucking travel. They can't fucking go nowhere. They're stuck. That's why they do what they do. They don't have options. They don't have options. I don't care what they say. Look at how they live. You got people that all they do is sit in 12 foot by 12 foot fucking room and talk shit all day. Talk about other people, worry about other people, harass other people. They don't go anywhere. They don't do anything. They don't have anything. I don't care what people say. Look at how they living. They can sit on the internet and worry about stupid shit that don't got nothing to do with nothing for 4 hours, 5 hours, 6 hours. You understand? I don't care what they tell you online. I'm this, I'm that. I just don't show that. You a liar. Look at you. You got time to worry about petty shit. You got time to worry about stupid shit. That tells us everything we need to know about you. Your world is small. You ain't doing shit. You don't got no bigger ambitions in your life. You're not productive. You're not as productive as you could be. You should be doing something better. Okay? There's always room for improvement, always room for growth. But you got people that worry about stupid shit. They worry about the wrong thing. You spend your time on that. I'm not going to spend my time on that. You spend your time worrying and monitoring and chasing people because you don't have nothing better going on. That's all. You can't do better than that. You're doing the best you can goddamn do right there in your 12 by 12 space, worrying about bullshit that don't matter in real life. Okay? Because when the Grim Reaper come, he don't say, hey, I'll give you a little bit longer because you wasted your time on other people's shit. Worry about your goddamn own self. Worry about your life. Are you happy? Evaluate yourself. Worry about you. Let me tell you, I have focused myself. The time slowed down. And I said to myself while I was in Mississippi and I was just sitting around in the slow time, chilling by the creek, I said to myself, May, what is enhancement? What is that for you? And I said, focusing on my goals. That's what it is. Focusing on my fucking goals. And what are my goals? My goals are to travel more, to see more, to connect to people more, to learn more. That's my goals. These are my priorities. I don't care about stupid shit. I don't got time for stupid shit. I got all kind of friends. If I want to be in somebody's business, all I gotta do is call them and ask them, "Hey, girl, what's your business? Tell me, so I can listen." I got real friends. If I want to be in somebody's business, I got real friends I can do that with. I don't gotta do it online. That tells you a lot. People worry about people online because they don't got real friends to be in nobody's business. People in folks' business, I got family. If I want to be in family business, I could be in my family. Girl, what you doing? Oh, where her daddy at? I could gossip among my family if I want to. I got real family. I got real friends, right? People don't have shit. That's why they come online and do all this. They don't have nothing. They don't have nobody. They're not connected. They come online with all that toxic shit, distracting themselves from their own life that sucks. An empty life. And let me tell y'all something. When we say empty life, let's be clear. Empty means you don't have any substance there. A husband doesn't make you valuable. Marriage does not make you valuable. A wife does not make you valuable. That doesn't prove anything. It doesn't prove anything. You came into this world by yourself. You're going to leave by yourself. You will be lucky if you're a decent enough human being to find someone who wants to spend a particular portion of their life with you. You will be blessed if someone enjoys your company as much as you enjoy yourself. Blessed. But it doesn't measure you as a person. It does not give you value. Let me say that. People love to do that, dangling, you know, I'm better than you. I'm better than you. That type of shit. Worry about your fucking self. You can do better. Masculine energy should be harnessed for productivity, not petty. Masculine energy should be harnessed for productivity, not petty. I should put that on a t-shirt. I see too many men getting into women's business. It's kind of gay. I'm just saying. Women have squabbles and men want to be in the middle. It's just kind of weird. It's a little rainbowish. Masculine men don't care about petty things. But if you have a small world, then perhaps you do. You got nothing better to do. Let me tell you my goals: travel. My other goals: photography. And I am embodying every day, getting closer to my goals and my priorities. I'm mastering that daily without end. That's where I'm at. This is renewal, rejuvenation. Okay. What does that mean? That means today I am a photographer. So what did I do today? I ordered me a nice ass camera, a nice digital camera today. It will come tomorrow. I'm going to start practicing my photography tomorrow when I get my camera on my garden. I'm going to video in 4K, 8K. Then I'm going to get me a drone. You hear me? I'm going to get me a drone. Because May May is worried about May May. I'm trying to live my best life. I don't have time to worry about people and petty shit. All that's behind me. It was fun at first. Then it became annoying. And now it doesn't exist. You understand? It doesn't exist. It does not exist. Because I have other things that I'm passionate about. I'm so sorry if you don't have any passions or people or priorities or any other shit that makes life worth living. And let me tell you something. When we talk about people, when you got people in your life, you owe them something. You owe your best self. When you got people in your life, you got children, spend time with your fucking children. Okay? Be a better parent. Spend time with your fucking children. Too many of these people that come online, they worried about petty shit. They need to be worried about parenting, okay? You worried about petty shit, you need to be parenting. Every child needs more skills, okay? Let's just say that. Kids need to learn how to fucking cook. They need to learn how to clean. My daughter know about that Miss Myers and them sponges and cleaning up the cabinets. Oh, yeah. She know about this. She know about baking. I'm about to teach her to cook collard greens. We're going to roll them and cut them with a sharp knife. We're going to learn. We're getting there. Kids need skills. They need to learn how to cook for themselves, how to clean, how to function, how to wash clothes. My daughter washes clothes. Your children need your time, and you need to make your children a priority. Too many people are sitting their ass on the internet worried about other people's business instead of their own priorities. Are your children where they should be? Do you have a copy of the standards from the school? Do you know what children are learning from day to day? Are you keeping track weekly? Are you teaching at home? Worry about your children. The hours spent gossiping, petty, worried about stupid shit, you should be tutoring your child. I tutor my child. I play with my child. I am always teaching skills with my child. That's my priority. It's in the doing, not the talking. You understand? It's in the doing, not the talking. I read with my child 3, 4 books a day. We go to the library every fucking week or every other week, depending on how many I get. Spend time with your children. Get your ass off the internet. Make sure your child is at reading level. We got people who kids can't read and they worried about petty, stupid shit on the internet. It's not good. It's not fucking good. Petty shit. That shit don't matter. These children grow like weeds. Before you know it, they'll be 18. And we wonder how, as teachers, you get these half-raised, non-reading ass children because their parents is worried about the wrong shit. Them kids need skills. They need to be out socializing. They need to be in different sports. They need to be out. But instead, we got too many parents sitting in 12 by 12 rooms worried about other people's petty business, monitoring, watching, doing all this stupid shit. Where's the parenting? Put the capital P in parenting. Get your ass off the internet and focus on your children. You owe them something. You don't owe these internet fools nothing. But see, it's all a distraction when you got an empty life or your life ain't what you want it to be. That's what you can do. You can sidetrack yourself and you can spend all your angry energy and shit. You can spend all your angry energy and shit on people online because you're not happy with you. Get your priorities. Get you some hobbies. Get you something to do. Find something productive to do with yourself. And if nothing else, spend your time parenting. All these people that got children. Get your child's reading level to the next level. Flashcards, motherfucker. Flashcards. Heard of flashcards? Sight words. Get your kid ready for a spelling bee to actually fucking win. I'm just saying. You got people that prioritize all kind of shit and not their goddamn children. But they worry about you. They worried about who and who and who. For what? What's some test scores looking like? I'm just saying. I'm just saying. People need to be parenting instead of being petty on the internet. Worry about your fucking kids. That's the shit you need to spend energy on. God demands it. Okay? So for me, parenting is my priority. I'm already doing it. I'm going to do more. I'm going to do more and more and more. My daughter knows how to garden. She knows how to plant seeds. We got skills in this bitch over here. I'm always teaching. Always. But people need to prioritize their fucking children. The time they sitting on 3 and 4 hour streams talking petty gossip bullshit about somebody, they could have been helping their child do something great. They could have been doing something else. But that's how people do though, right? They bullshit off and then they get a kid a fucking Saturday and they think they parenting. Bullshit. Bullshit. These motherfuckers grow like weeds. They need daily watering. Get your ass off the internet. Pour into your fucking children. That's what you need to do. So my photography, my gardening, so science, that's my priority. I'm focused on that. If it ain't about my garden, if it's not about growing some shit, if it's not about cooking, And cleaning and taking care of my household, that's my priority, and my husband and my daughter. If it's not about parenting, if it's not about photography or travel, guess what? May don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck about you and who. I don't give a fuck. I'm living my best life. I'm not in competition with anybody. I'm living my best life, doing what I want to do as a free bitch, a free black bitch in America, in the South. Okay? I'm not competing with nobody. I don't give a damn about nobody's business. I don't want to hear nobody's business. I'm just letting y'all know I don't give a fuck. I'm focused on my priorities. And anybody who's worried about me and thinking about me and watching me, baby, eat cake. I'm going to let you keep watching me live my best life. And I don't care if you do or you don't. Miserable people will watch you because they don't have anything better to fill their own life with. They can't go anywhere. They can't do anything. They can't afford. They won't and they can't and they won't and they can't. So they sit around and they eyeball you. Who needs the internet like that? I'm just saying. Who needs the internet like that on that level? Who? You know what I'm saying? Get up and get out and do something. Go somewhere. Be somebody. Be bigger, better off the internet if you can. They can't. They can't. And half of the the toxic, chaotic bullshit, it comes from that. People who can't. They just can't. They can't take off a weekend and go nowhere. They can't take off time and travel. They can't get a passport. They can't go anywhere. They can't get out that bed. They don't have a spouse that can. So they worry about you. That's not it, boo-boo. Live your best life. Prioritize your children. Prioritize your hobbies. Get you some. Get you some life. Get you some friends in real world. Can you call anybody to come have lunch with you? Maybe. Can you take your spouse out on a date? Just find something to do with yourself. Get you some company in real life. Get you some good conversations in real life. I'm just saying, it's a lot of people that need to hear that. It's a lot of people with emptiness. All they got is four sides of a screen. That's it. That's their whole life. Four sides of the screen. Outside of that, they ain't shit. And most of the stuff they present online is a lie. It's a fucking lie. You can be whoever you want to be on the internet, and people take full advantage of it. I'm gonna use the internet as a space. I'm telling you now. I'm gonna create me. It ain't gonna have nothing to do with YouTube. I'm gonna create myself a whole new blog outside of this space, just for my photography. Just for my photography. I want to explore. I used to be into photography really deeply. I went to school for what you call visual communications, learning how to design publications, magazines. I'm cleaning up, etc., etc. Okay, I went to school for that, and I ended up teaching. And so some of my hobbies have fallen by the wayside. That's one of them. And photography is very intense for me. I love photography. So that's what I want to do. I want to actually do creative shit because I am a creative person with many skills and a lot of education. And I want to focus on that. I want to focus on being someone who is a creative. From the age that I am now until I die, I want to be a creative because I am a creative person. My business is a creative business. I come up with themes, ideas. I want to focus more on that. So as I am approaching the age of 50, my goal from now until then and beyond is to spend all my energy on my priorities. I don't have any energy for stupid, petty shit. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to see it. If it ain't about creativity and me using the gifts and talents, see, some people don't have no gifts and talents. They don't have any. All they can do is talk about and put other people down. They don't have shit. They can't do photography. They can't sew anything. I can sew. I got thousands of gifts. I'm not going to waste none of my energy on petty, stupid people. And that's something you deal with when you come on social media. You have a lot of motherfuckers who are not actually living life. They sit on the sidelines doing nothing, producing nothing, creative of nothing. They just talk and lie and harass and instigate and do chaos. That's their only activity. They don't actually produce anything. They don't have a connection to the world. See, when you're a creative person, you have a connection and a purpose. A lot of these people don't. That's why they do the chaos thing. They do the full chaos because they don't got nothing. Nobody's looking for them to produce anything. They don't have any results. They don't have anything they can point to. And let me say this too. Let me tell y'all something. Unless you're the Sultan of Brunei, 'cause a lot of motherfuckers doing average shit in the world, and they think that makes them superhuman. Let me tell y'all something. The average person got a fucking house. The average person got a car in America. The average person takes a trip once a year. The average person might have a kid or two. The average person might be married or might not. The average person. Motherfuckers be around so many losers that they don't understand that most everybody's pretty average. Okay? If you think any of those things, those basic things are like superhuman and amazing, you probably have really poor company. I'm just saying. Because the truth of the matter is most people are doing pretty average. You live in an apartment, you live in a house, so what? You're not the Sultan of Brunei. You're not fucking living in a palace. You're pretty average. You don't have a bunch of private jets. You don't have a staff of 20 people waiting on you day and night. You're pretty fucking average. So people need to come down to reality. The average person in America got some property. The average person in America got a fucking car. The average person got somebody to love. We're all pretty fucking average. The average person got a decent looking self, and they with somebody who look decent. We're all fucking average. See, that's the problem with social media. You'll fuck around and see so many losers. The bar is so goddamn low that you see any little thing you do as a big ass win. You're not the Sultan of Brunei. You're not uber wealthy. You don't own yachts and private jets. You don't live in palaces across the world. You're just average like everybody else. Get over, y'all. Get over yourself. Most of everybody's fucking average. Anyway, my last thought before I go, I got to jump in this car and go get my kid. Y'all, find some priorities. People who don't have nothing to do with yourself, find some priorities. I ain't gonna say no names. I'm just gonna say, get you some new priorities. Reconfigure your life around some joy, some goodness if you can. Just do that. Do that for yourself. All right.